Okay, guys, the last video I did focused on the measurements. I'm getting phenomenal measurements with the Neumann KH80 and the Bach. But I wanted to help you relate this to what it sounds like. And unfortunately, with YouTube Shorts, I can't play music clips, especially YouTube Shorts over a minute. But I'm going to give you a synopsis. First of all, these measurements are phenomenal, and people that do understand measurements will know how rare it is to get, number one, almost nobody gets crosstalk cancellation like this because there's no products that do it other than the Bach. But this measures how much you're hearing this speaker in the opposite ear and vice versa, and cancels that out such that that's what's corrupting your imaging and making everything sound in between the two speakers that most people are used to. Here, we're doing frequency response corrections, and that's, again, the Bach doing that, as well as accounting for your ear pinna and torso, and telling you, hey, this speaker rolls off here, and it's not trying to boost here. It's not trying to add any gain to boost because there's a physics limitation with this speaker. However, the Bach is also measuring and telling you, hey, your room and this speaker are pretty darn good because the impulse is given and nothing else. So if this was a poor speaker and the drivers were not time aligned, you may see the impulses coming at different time alignments there, and look like there'll be reflections or time delays before the woofer gets to you. Then also, if this was spraying the sound around, this one's not, it's wave guided and I'm near field. So a lot of what I'm hearing, almost all based on this impulse response, I can tell is what's on the recording, what is coming from the speaker. So it takes a village, it takes a good room, a good speaker to get this. And then the Bach gives you this. And then combined, how does that translate to music? Well, if you know measurements, you already know that this is so rare. Most people will never even have this in their room in their entire lifetime, no matter how much they spend. However, one thing you can do is have a desktop system like this for not a whole lot of money and start relating what you're hearing. You play a song like Lumineer's Stubborn Love, which actually is a great song, great lyrics, and you're not going to really miss at all the missing under 70 hertz or so here, because it doesn't have a lot of percussiveness. It's mid-range centric, and it's very easy for you to get goosebumps, even with this low frequency compromised speaker on a song like that, because everything else is just so perfect. And you probably will not even ever have heard mid-range purity and details, especially spatial cues like you are hearing here. But then you play something like Sia Unstoppable, which has a lot of percussiveness. Well, of course, that will be a problematic recording for what these measurements show. So once you start comparing measurements to what you hear, then you'll become much more sophisticated and knowledgeable, and the Bacch4Mac will get you there.